Hi, I'm Connie Sue, and this is an excerpt from my new DVD on Quick Prep Applique. In this excerpt, I'll be showing you one of 4 methods of making stems that I cover in this DVD. Our second method of producing stems is to use a Celtic bias bar. I prefer the metal ones. I have one here that is much loved and well used. Metal produces a sharper edge. Following the manufacturer's instructions, we will cut a strip of bias fabric. This fabric is folded in half, wrong sides together, so that the right side is out. The instructions then tell us to stitch a 1/8 inch seam down the open edge. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't have a 1/8 inch sewing foot. So I have discovered that if I just turn it over, I can use my 1/4 inch foot, stitch a 1/4 inch seam, and have the perfect 1/4 inch stem when I'm done. Next, we will insert the metal strip into our fabric tube. We'll rotate the fabric strip so that the seam is just barely around one edge and the seam allowance is close to but does not extend beyond the opposite edge. At least that's the way it's been done in the past. I would like to suggest an alternate method, one which I much prefer. For this method, I am going to take and I am going to rotate the fabric tube so that the seam is directly down the center, even if it means having some of the seam allowance extend beyond the edge. And here I think you can see that. That's okay for this method. We're going to let it stick out there. Here is my bias stem after it has been pressed. You can actually see a little bit of the seam allowance peeking out on the right edge. Next, I'll grab my block. I have drawn the concave side of the stem only. I only need the one side. And I'm going to need about that much bias stem. Now I'm ready to stitch it in place. But first, there's one little trick. Let's cut out the seam in the back. I will actually cut out down each side of the stitch seam. This will eliminate the bulk in the back. It will allow it to lay much flatter when it's appliqued. Plus, it has the advantage of being much easier to curve. So I can get a little bit tighter curve with it without all that extra bulk in there. This is a great way of making lots of bias stems for an opportunity quilt. One individual can be responsible for making all of the bias stems. They can be made in long strips. Then just cut off what is necessary for each individual block and place that amount of bias stem in each kit. Ask the quilters to not cut out the back until they are actually ready to stitch it in place. Can you see here how beautiful that is? We have plenty of seam allowance on each side, and we're now ready to stitch this in place. Next, we will take our block and a needle that has been threaded with silk thread. That thread should be the same color as our stem. It will need to blend in with that. I've also knotted the end of my thread. Then I'm going to place a short running stitch directly on top of my pencil line. I will run this running stitch the full length of the stem. This running stitch will remain in our project. We want to keep it very short and as close in color as possible to the color of our stem. I have completed my running stitch and have brought my thread through to the front side. I can then take my stem, which has been prepared. You can see on the back side that the seam has been cut out and I still have plenty of seam allowance. I'll place that on my block using my running stitch as a guide. I'm going to pin it in place, although that isn't absolutely necessary. Oftentimes for short pieces, I just go ahead and begin stitching and gently curve my stem as I need it. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and pin it in place. With my pins in place, I'm ready to begin my applique. I'll go back to the beginning, come out the fold, and then I'll be very careful as I place each applique stitch to be sure that my needle goes in just on the outside of the running stitch. This will assure that the running stitch that you see here will always be on the inside of my work and will not show. I'll place several stitches here and then you can see how really neat this method is. Okay, I think it's about time to take a look at what we've got. The running stitch doesn't show, it won't be taken out, and yet it is there as a guide for us. What could be more perfect? Here is our completed stem. My new DVD covers these topics and so much more. You can learn about this DVD at my website, appleblossomquilts.com. See you there.